All right, we're going to talk about doing a repair. We got a fender that a guy had done, and they got into a little bit of an accident, so we figured we'll fix it, which we did, and then we were like, you know what, we should probably film this blend to show people how we can blend a candy. So as you can see, it's a candy red with some silver, got the carbon fiber, and then the transparent red over the carbon fiber. So in this area, we're going to go ahead and do a nice blend, get it nice and smooth, and show you how easy this can be to blend a candy. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and mix up some Ace Invader. We're gonna mix it up 1-to-1 as a wet bed. So that way when we do our metallic and our candy over it, it blends in and it kind of melts into the clear. So we're just gonna do a quick fade. So we're gonna go and mix this up, like I said, 1-to-1. So it's AI 1010 is our Ace Invader. It's sold in quart and in gallon. So I like using the ounces area, so I'm just going to go right to the first ounce, and I'm just going to cut this right about there. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and throw this wet bed on there. As you can see, we back taped this so that the rest of this doesn't get any of the metallic floating to the back. So we just did a back roll with tape and then papered it. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus right now on getting this silver in there, because we're going to do something different here. Even though that's a silver base, we got to manipulate our base to get it closer to this color before we do our candy. So right now we're going to go ahead and spray basically down, because we want overspray to lightly go onto this. But first we're going to go ahead and do that wet bed, which you'll see we're going to kind of blend it out to about here. Let's get started. Wet bed done. Now we're just gonna do, like I said before, we're just gonna kind of fade in the silver, because we gotta tape this off. Once we do the silver and we feel comfortable with the way it is, we'll do another little bit of a intercoat clear to protect that, so when we tape on it, it's not, you know, pulling that, moving it around, because sometimes those metallics, when you hit with tape, the adhesive will kind of push into it and discolor, but we want to make it nice and clean like it is. So we're going to start off slow and just do like a blend down here. Like I said, we're just going to blend that out and let that silver trickle into the other silver that's previously been painted. All right, we're back in the booth. We got this all taped up for our silver border line. Now we're gonna go ahead and take our Ace Invader. I mixed it 1-to-1, keep it thin to fade in a wet bed. This here, to come to find out, is just a candy base coat. It's not a transparent candy like we have to do on here. So we can just blend that in right over the silver, because the silver faded out really nice. So let's do it. All right, we got our wet bed down with our Ace Invader, faded it back to about here, and we're gonna just lightly blend the color in. I over-reduced it too, so that way it doesn't discolor on these areas, and if need be, we'll just add a little more color to fade into the top. But let's just see how it works out. Red came out really nice. It looks good. We're gonna go ahead and intercoat it just to protect it because we gotta pull this off and try to blend in that red that's already existing. So we're gonna see how that works out. But let's go ahead and intercoat. All right, with the intercoat as well, you'll be able to see how our fade came out. So this gives us a good idea, and I think it blended in really nice. You can't even tell. I'm really happy with that. We're gonna try to blend this little section right here. It's gonna be kind of difficult, I think, because it's carbon fiber with candy over it. And there's no way to dig out all that candy. So we're gonna try to narrow our fan pattern and just circle in and let it kind of fade out and see if we can get a blend in there, and then go from there by blending a little bit further up. So let's give it a try and see what happens. So as you saw, by circling in the candy and narrowing down the fan, and I mean I'm barely pulling the trigger, and I started down here in front of the fender to just let it kind of trickle up, and then as I could see how it was working, I moved closer to where we want to do our repair. So then we did the first coat, let it tack, and then did our second coat a little bit wetter and kind of blended up, and as you can see, that is completely gone. So that is a candy blend. So we're ready to pull all the tape off and clear it, and mission accomplished.